things of that nature. Attracting industry is going to be difficult in the near term, no question, but it's something that we have to continue to work at. The Obama administration is pursuing using alternative forms of energy and encouraging that. That's a possibility for the Johns Mansville site. If we can make use of that to try to get something going on with that property. Thank you.
Thank you, Brandon. Dick, please.
Okay, first of all, Fountain Square. I'm so cotton picking happy that we didn't get that University Center. Because right now, we've got 10 restaurants out there that's flourishing every single day. Our sales tax, just that area out there, has been increased over $1 million a year. We need that. We need that bad. The 30 acres that we're working on right now, we have a contract with the Waukegan Gaming. When we signed up, I wasn't the one that signed up because that was under Mayor Durkin's program. We have a contract with these people till December of 2010. So those 30 acres, if we can, that's our plan B. Our plan B is to develop it. If we didn't get a casino, we're going to develop those 30 acres, and that's being planned out right now. So we are trying out. If we had the answer, if any city had the answer to the unemployment problem, it would have been done. Four times in the last 3 years, I've had seminars of all the contractors, all the unions in to talk to the people, and they've been well attended, maybe 250, 300 people per session, to show them how to get a job in the unions, how to become a carpenter, an electrician, a plumber, or whatever. And it had been so-so.
Round 13, please. What happened to the restoration of downtown Marquette Square condo development? How are these projects handled, and why do they so often fail? Mr. Hyde, we'll start with you, please, and then Greg, and then Robert, please.
Marquette Square. No money. When the freeze came on the money, when all this stuff hit us, he was all set to go on an $84 million project. But all of a sudden, the banks pulled his money. Then we have another developer out there, the man that owns the Harley Davidson, who was from Waukegan. He wanted to come and also build a little bit downscale from what was there. And when he came, he wanted to put in $2 million of his own money. But he wanted the city to give $7 million. We don't do that. We don't work business like that. The Viper Corporation, which is on the new Sun building right now, that's going. It's not going to be quite the scale that they wanted. But we've been talking with them. They're ready to go as soon as the government gives the stimulant money. So no contractor, no developer can do anything without money. And that's the bottom line of everything. Thank you.
We're so dependent on residential development in the city that we're kind of, when the residential development froze, as it did, we don't have any other options. All other industry a lot of the other industries have dried up. So we're too dependent on one type of industry, residential development. We need to broaden our revenue sources. We need to use our airport more effectively. We need to use our harbor more effectively, so that when there is an event like what we're experiencing now, we're not as devastated as we are currently. Thank you.
Yes, as mayor, I will make sure that city government is business friendly, that we sit down and talk with potential investors in our community in a cooperative, open fashion. The downtown is a great example of where we have kind of dropped the ball on that issue. We have the Genesee Theater, which was supposed to be the economic development engine for our downtown, that has been underutilized. We don't have the shows that we should, 3 or 4 days a week, bringing people to our community center. We would have restaurants thriving. We would have businesses located there that would increase the traffic to our downtown. If you do that, it becomes more attractive to home builders, developers, like Marquette. Now, I spoke with Mr. Bergeron at length about that project. And we talked about alternative ways of getting it built, of bringing in a consortium of bankers in the area to all take a small part of the risk in helping that project move forward. In creating a plan, a development plan for what's across the street in the Waukegan building and the structures to the south. Nobody will locate in the community if they don't know where they're going to go grocery shopping, or where they're going to go to the optometrist, where they're going to go get their daily services. They want to know where that's going to be. They won't gamble on that blindly. So we have to provide a comprehensive design for our downtown that shows them this is where things are going to be, close at hand, within walking distance.
Robert. This is the first time I've gotten a question from someone this young. What will you do to make it more fun and more safe for kids in Waukegan? That's a fair question. Number 14, Brown, Mr. Fleischer, please.
Well, I think the city is pretty fun. My daughter goes to the Ranger program in the summer at Bowen Park, and she loves it there. I think we have an awesome park district. I think our kids take advantage of that. They play baseball in the summer and go to the different events that are held throughout the year. Learn more about your city and the good parts of it. I know a lot of time we sit up here and badger and talk about all the bad parts, but there are a lot of great things about our city, and we need to take advantage of that and remember that. And remember that, especially in times like this, when it's easy to get very pessimistic and negative and frustrated about things. You know, look for the good things that are in our community and develop those and enjoy them. Thank you.
Thank you, great. And Robert, please.
Yes, we do have a great park district. There's no doubt about it. It's one of the best park districts in the state of Illinois, maybe in the whole Midwest. It has a great deal of things for young people to do. We just have to make sure they know about it. Now, as a community, when I grew up on the south side, we played in the streets, we played in the parks. We weren't afraid to go out and have a good time in this city. Today, that's not the case. I think that goes back to this law enforcement issue, to making sure that our children are safe, free of any gang influence or terror, and make sure that when they're out there, they can have fun in the evening playing in the streets just like they would during the day. I think the city, again, needs to reach out to the young people, create this youth council, so that the city can hear their concerns and their suggestions and take them to heart. Not just make it something where we listen to them and dismiss what they're saying, but we actually try to implement it. That'll take working with the young people. It'll take working with the YMCA, the Park District, Youth Build, all of these organizations that already exist in Waukegan that are ready to serve. We need to be able to reach out and bring them all together, maybe in one location, where the kids have a place to go, where they can have fun and be mentored and tutored.
Thank you, Robert. And Dick, please.
All right, first of all, I just want to echo what John said about the Park District and what Bob said. It's second to none. If they're not going to come to you, they send out brochures to every family. It's in the paper. It's on the news. It's on the radio station. It's on TV. But no one takes advantage of it. That's the biggest problem. It seems like you mentioned playing in the streets. No one had to tell us. Our parents didn't have to tell us what to play. They didn't tell us to stay out of the street because that's the only place we had to play. We did it. Kids today are a little bit different. They want someone else to do something for them, and that's not going to happen. You talked about the restaurants downtown. Those restaurants were put there for the citizens of Waukegan, and the citizens of Waukegan are not using them. That's why they're closed. It's not because there's not enough shows at the Genesee. The citizens of Waukegan are not using those restaurants. I could name a person right now, a couple, that have never been in a restaurant down there except the campaign. And that's kind of bad, you know, to do stuff like that. But the streets, our police force is all around. In order for us to really patrol the city like we should, we'd have to have double, maybe triple our police force.
And Robert, we'll start with you. The question is, do you feel you need the black vote? And actually there are two questions here, and I'll allow them. Why are there so many for rent signs in the downtown area?
Everybody's vote.